What's up, guys? Amazing One here, doing my Naruto chapter 524 review. 2 days late, but it's alright. We're doing it right now. Okay, so we start off and we see Kakashi and Haku from what happened last chapter in Zabuza, because Kakashi went to go use the Rekkiri or Chidori, and Haku got back in the way like last time. So right now, that's where we at, and we see what was intentionally was going to happen. How long it was, like 4 years ago, 5 years ago, where Zabuza swung his sword and he's about to cut Haku in half with Kakashi. So that's and then Kakashi's like he's going to cut the kid down with me, which he should know from what happened last time. And they both, and then we see a flashback. Way too many flashbacks for me in this chapter. I wanted to see a little bit more fighting and less flashbacks, because if you saw the original Naruto, you should know what this is. So, anyway, they both jump up, and then one of the members is like, General Kakashi, and then Zabuza cuts him in half, both of them. Well, that's what the illusion is. Well, Haku is just completely cut in half. He is dismembered, and Kakashi has a cut, but he's just bleeding. But what's happened? And then one of the Nara clan is like, I got one enemy shadow. There was another, but the shadow wasn't connected long enough for me to bind him. So then the other guy, the guy from the Inuzuma clan, I think, the clan which what Ino, I forgot her last name. It's not Inuzuma, no. Whatever. Whatever Ino's last name is, not Inuzuma, no. I forgot. I completely forgot. But he's like, no way did Zabuza take out Kakashi Sensei too. Well, no, General Kakashi too. And then we see another flashback with Kakashi. It's flashback when they were walking back from the Great Naruto Bridge from the first battle in original Naruto. And then he's like, and then we see Kakashi and Naruto walking, and head of Sasuke and Sakura. It's not really worried about Sasuke and Sakura. And anyway, and we hear Naruto, he's like, let's get another A-rank mission. And then Kakashi's like, forget about it. That was too dangerous. This is a miracle that we made it through this one. So then Naruto's like, ah. And then Kakashi explains, you'll get another A-rank mission when you move up to be an awesome ninja, and you get stronger and learn more new ninjutsu. And and Naruto's like, yeah, right, yeah. I want to do it right now. And then he's like, I guess, but I need to find more things I want to protect too. And then Kakashi's like, huh? And he's like, that guy Haku, he said people only become truly strong when they're trying to protect what's important to them. So he's like, I can only get stronger if I'm protecting something like Sakura or Sasuke or Kakashi or Jiraiya or whoever. And then Kakashi looks at him, he's like, I see. And do you agree with him? And then Naruto's like, yep. When I was watching Haku and Zabuza, I felt the same way. So basically, when they were all fighting, Naruto was like, I gotta protect Kakashi Sensei, the bridge builder, Sasuke, and Sakura. It's like, I gotta protect all four of them, no matter what. So then he's like, hey Kakashi Sensei, what about this? And he's like, yes. Then we go back to the action right now. And we see Zabuza, and we see Kakashi. He's in one piece, but like I said, Haku's desecrated. And then Kakashi laughs and says, "I'm glad you two were Naruto's first opponents." And then we see him start doing hand signs, which we know what the hand sign was. It was the lightning blade hand sign, and he does the lightning blade. And then he says, "Maki, stay back and keep your cloth bind technique at the ready they're ready until I give the signal." So he's like, keep that cloth technique ready. And he's like, right. And then we see another flashback of how the battle, and then Kakashi notices something. This is how I'm seeing it. Kakashi's noticing this. He's like, the first time we battled and I had you, and when me and Haku were tied up, when you was about to slash Haku, you hesitated. But this time you went straight through with it. You wasn't hesitating because you're just a demon now. You're just a dead body that needs to be dealt with. And then we see Zabuza charging at him, But then he said, yeah, he says you're an emotionless tool now. So he said it's time to end this fight. So we see Zabuza and Kakashi going at each other, and then we go back to the flashback that Kakashi had previously, and it's like, hey, Kakashi Sensei, what about this? He said yes, and then Naruto's okay. So it says, okay, I know that we're technically our enemies, but I like them. Then Kakashi's had shocked about what he said. Then Naruto says, "Is this weird? Is that weird to say?" And then Kakashi starts to chuckle. And then we see a little bit of the battle right now. Then we go to the next page, and then we see Kakashi doing the lightning blade right through Zabuza's chest. And then we see him like spaced out words like, "No, I like them too." And cool thing about this scene, Zabuza's arm fell off, which is pretty awesome. His arm was just like, shh. So that's pretty cool. And then we see Zabuza and Kakashi face to face looking at each other. And then Kakashi's like, Inzu now. So the Nara dude, he uses that shadow technique to bind them. And then and then we have another flashback with Kakashi looking at more of what happened. And then he said something something something. They amplified the bond you shared. So the way you fought was the way that they amplified the bond that they shared. And then he said, I'm a shinobi, but things he wants to protect too. And then we go to Kabuto right quick. And then he's like, damn them, they took out Zabuza and Haku. This sucks. We need to do something now. And then Kakashi states out, and the way Zabuza and Haku left this world was one of them, because that was their final opponent. What do you think, Naruto? So, I guess you could say Kakashi is where their final opponents, and he took them out, you know, thinking, having the same mindset that Naruto did a couple years ago, how he must protect what's precious to him, so that's how he got stronger, was from protecting what was special to him, so that's pretty cool. So, the crystal ice mirrors go down, and they like crumble all over around Kakashi and Zabuza. And then Kakashi's like, now Maki, and he's like, yes sir. And he does that cloth binding technique. And then a ninja of the allied forces is like, hey. Then the other one's like, the fog is clearing. And then we see the other seven, the six demons of the mist. Yeah. And then he's like, all right, we can see the enemy again. And then they finish wrapping up Zabuza and binding him that way. He can't be summoned again since he's in this binding. And then we finally see Sai, because we haven't seen Sai for a long time. Not like at least 4, 5, maybe 6 chapters ago. And then Kakashi has Zabuza's sword, which is pretty cool. And he's like, hey, Sai, we need your help. Use your root sailing techniques. And then and it seems like Sai is shocked or something. He's showing emotion, more emotion than I think we've ever seen. Except I'm thinking this emotion is from what happened with his brother a long time ago, a couple chapters ago. That's what I'm thinking. He's still shocked, and he's like, but I don't know how. And then Kakashi goes on to say, I know you were one of Danzo's prize soldiers. There's no more need to hold back your emotions. So yeah. And then he's like, look, it takes a lot to get me worked up, but this time my boiling point's as low as it's ever been. The copy ninja Kakashi, the man who copied 1,000 techniques, is about to go on a rampage. So he's pretty pissed off, but I really can't understand why he's pissed off. I can understand because the Zabuza and Haku thing, but that's really it. I thought he's like, it's okay for him to be pissed, but it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird to me. Then we see another panel, and we see Zabuza and Zabuza. I said Zabuza. Zetsu opening his rib cages or whatever, and Zetsu has Neji. He's about to anally rape Neji. It seems like. Then Neji's like, there's too many of them, so they drain your chakra. And then Neji, being the soft hand guy who could interrupt your chakra and all that stuff, he does gentle fist full body blow, and it just takes out the Zetsu. Then there's like trillions of other Zetsus coming at the rest of them. And then Key was like, there's no entities freeze. And then Neji's like, stop complaining and fight. And then somebody else said, I'm not sure. Oh no, it's like Shino. It says, not only are they strong, they're durable. If this keeps up, I'll end up being a war of well, a war keep having to fight the same people over and over again, same copies. And then another guy of the allied forces like Junru Kitsuchi headquarters just contact us. Several thousands of them have passed through under our feet, so they're right under them. If these Zetsu could probably just pop right out under the ground, just come out like them green things that came out in Dragon Ball Z, little green whatever they call it. And then the dad of Kitetsu, the daughter of Kitetsu, like, Dad, I know, and he's like, I know, clam it. Then we go to another panel and we see a mummied guy. It looks like he was invisible, and he's like he was invisible, and now he's showing himself. It's like a mummy guy. He said, "Senior Sen act act activates on contact. They should." Oh no, Sensor San activates on contact. They should be proud to have caught Mew, the second Tsuchikage. So he's the second Tsuchikage. I guess that's how you say it. He's the second Tsuchikage. And you see the deserts some more. Then Gar's like, they're here. Then we see it says the enemy makes its way to Commander General Gara. So Gara knows that the second Suchi thingy, Kage, is here. So that's pretty cool, and I'm guessing they're gonna battle. So that would be cool. But this is my predictions of next chapter. I hope that we see Naruto again. I want to see him master that Rasengan with the nine tails. We can actually call this one the nine tail Rasengan. So I want to see that, and maybe this fight. But I really want to see Naruto and how he's doing. And I want to see Sasuke. I really want to see Sasuke on his Mangekyo Sharingan, and what happens. So we get to Yugo again or Jugo again. So yeah, an amazing one. Signing off, saying it's been an amazing experience, and see you next time. And I'm really tired if you didn't know.